Hallöchen! Hello and welcome to this live stream of a live programming session creating the browser game War Tycoon. Let's start with the correct directory. And as you see, it's an empty directory, only this one file. Now let's take the first step. We have to create a makefile, and we already have a makefile template. So we have this makefile, make init, and this will initialize our project. Make init. Now it's cloning the Git repository. I'm doing this in English because I also have international Zuschauer, and yes, for my YouTube channel. Now I have a folder data, fob, makefile out and source, and if I do git status, I don't have a git repository. This means git clone this git repository I already added. Git init in this folder. Git status, now I have to add git ignore and makefile. Git commit, initial commit makefile, first step. Now I want to push it to another to my repository. And now I have the project set up. Let's start the editor. This is the IDE, the editor that controls all the things. I go to project setup, create a web application. Tycoon, fight, let real people fight your war. Was weiß ich. Genau. Crondy Provider, 24 Stunden Session Time. Logo können wir auch noch machen irgendwann. Und jetzt Primary Color. machen wir. Was nehmen wir für eine Farbe? What are we taking for a color? Please write into the comments which color we should take. Let's take brown. Or purple. Let's take purple. Purple orange is okay. Now the first file is created. And let's create the first table, which means we have battle locations. At first I have to explain a bit about the project. We are doing airsoft games, and in the tournaments we don't want to fight just for fun. We want to fight in a real war. So if you know the strategy game Risk, there you have like in Risk you have a map of the world, and yes, battle location. You have a map of the world, and you can fight for each country, and yes, it is played in tournaments, but instead of a dice like in Risk, we want to do real airsoft battles in the real world, but the players can play it online and fight for the Reich. Yes, battle location. Battle locations. Singular is battle location. Each battle location has a name with the type text and the owner, which is a user. But before we can assign users, we have to add a user table. So we have users, user with its username, and its password. Now we can make the connection and also activate login. User editor. Login with username, password. And we also want to have a role system. Yes. Data types, back to your mail chart. Each user also has a role, but before we can create roles, we have to add a drop-down data type integer, which is a user role, and which has like 3 values: admin, moderator, user, and band. Now let's assign the user role to the user. And assign a default value of 3. Role type default PHP. Every user is a normal user by default. also should add guests. So we have guests and band users. Now the next step is to make the access control matrix, use a column as user, which is role. Now admin and moderator can create battle locations, all others don't, but they can view battle locations, of course. I should fuse guest and band because it's nearly the same. Okay. Now yes. Users can't edit and delete their user roles. That's important, because otherwise they could become admins. And now we also have to add a new table group, access rules. User has an item group, other ID is not user ID. Now I can go to user roles. Yes, users cannot see other users, or at least they cannot see the passwords of other users, and they cannot edit, delete or create other users. Of course they can change their password, but they cannot modify other users. So we have our basic role system. Default admin is admin and default guest is guest band. That's the permission system set up. Now we have a battle location. Battle location has an owner, and then we have a battle. Okay. Battles, battle. Battle location will have a type like this, and every battle has a date where it takes place, and it has a battle location. Battlefield is a battle location, and it has a like notes, but we will add that later. Okay, so that's it about battles. Yes, now we have to sort the table, sort items, latest date there, date ask, but with date desk. But we also want a list with upcoming battles, so we have a data view reminder, battle, upcoming, reminder ID, title, and condition. Order. Okay. Upcoming battles. Data view reminder order with battle upcoming and ordered by date desk ask this time. So we saw it ascending, but we only showed tournaments that are in the future, like conditional SQL date is greater than Unix timestamp. Now let's make a first test. Let's build the software, and we have a syntax error in line 9. I forgot a quote. Now it's making. User role guest was declared but not used. Okay. We have in user we have a like guest. Guest, where's the arrow? Battle location. Okay, make. It's building. Banned was used. Of course, in battle location. Okay. A battle has also a owner, which is a user, but the user cannot edit the battle. The owner cannot be edited by the user. So a battle owner is not allowed to edit, at least by normal users. And also user has a default. Battle has a default owner, which is a default value. We own user ID. Of course, same for battle location. Let's make the whole thing. Okay, it's successfully built. Still building. Still building. Now the build is finished. Let's take a look at the first version. Enter the database credentials. Tycoon and password. And it successfully created our software. Now let's create a user. Admin, which is a admin. And now we have to log in. But let's turn the software English first. Software I18N. Backends easy editor. Backends easy editor. I18N FOB. Set local user and set local lib. Yes, set local const en, which is English, and we should have it in English now. Okay, now we have users, we have battle locations, and we have battles. Now in each battle location, of course, has to have a picture. And each battle location has a picture. A battle does not have a picture. Now, if we have battle locations, we want to see the battle locations battles. Primary sublist. Okay. We have 0 upcoming battles, but this will change now. I make the update. We have to have let's convert our picture. No, we don't have to convert. Build has finished. We have our battle locations. Internal error. Now we have to update our database. We have our battle locations. this is our first battle location. We select a yes, temp. Yeah. We have our battle picture and owner is admin. Now this is our battle location, and now we can create a battle which will take place like Saturday 1st February. Initiator is admin, battlefield is and so on. And now we have one upcoming battle, and this is the first step of our project. Now let's also make a list. At first, before we get any further, let's add our files we have created since now. So I will git add the files. First commit added users, user role system, battle locations, and battle fields, battle locations and battles. So this is our upcoming battles list. I thought about the user access control system, and of course only the battle location owner is allowed to create a battle. So only the one who is allowed to edit a battle location is allowed to set up battles. Let's take a look at the access control system. Okay, battle. A battle location can be edited and created by the moderator and admin, but a battle location is also linked. A battle is also linked to a battle location. Okay, that should work fine for the moment. Now let's go to UML chart again. Every battle has soldiers that are announced in this battle. So let's create a table, battle soldier. It also belongs to battle, so we have battle soldiers, battle soldier, and it will connect a battle to a user that is participating. So battle, oh, we don't have a data type for battles. Battle has to have a data type. Date in and battle location description of our battle location. So a battle soldier is a user in a battle. User soldier. So a battle soldier is a soldier in a battle, and a battle will have a list of soldiers, main list, open in always primary. Battle soldiers. Soldiers involved. Okay. Now in create form of battles allow list create. Also allowed to edit in the battle. Use compact table format for sub table creation. Yes, of course. And in create and edit form. Checkboxes. Maybe we will need that later. Okay. Also blend in like date and battle location, but it's just for prettiness. It belongs to a battle. Now that's it. Let's build the project. Update the database. And now we have a upcoming battle, and if we click into the battle we have our soldiers involved. And now I can create a battle soldier, like, oh, we don't have a second user, let's create a second user. Knut, password Knut, and he's a normal user. So battle locations, I have battle location Eversbacher Straße. Now I have this one battle. And it has some soldiers involved, and if I edit it, I can add a soldier. Those two soldiers I can add. Of course, users should be a searchable data type, because we will have a lot of users. Okay, appearance, it's a search, edit, and searchable. Now we have our soldiers involved. Battle soldiers don't have to show up in the menu because it's a sublist. So I can add a do not show table in menu. Show table in menu. Yes. And also a battle soldier, of course, can only be created by the battle owner. So access rules also apply to battle soldiers. Now, what do we have now? We have upcoming battles, like on the 1st of February in Eversbach. And if I click into this battle, I have soldiers involved. So I think that's enough for today. Next time we want to create like the auction, where each battle can be where each warlord can bet for which battle he is aiming for, but we can also start making the map and have like a world map where we can fight for countries. That's it for today. Don't forget to commit. So let's do git status. Involved soldiers of a battle. Okay, have a nice day and bye bye.